Hey Pandalings, this is the Black Belt Panda, and in this Gardening 101 video, I'm going to show you how to make this Zen garden.
Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Water can flow, or it can crash. Empty your mind, be formless.
Alright, so let's say you've got a courtyard, maybe part of a Japanese castle or pagoda, or you just want, an awesome Zen garden in your backyard. This is pretty easy, honestly. You can make it big, small. I don't know if I consider this big, maybe medium sized. I'm going to be doing this 11 wide by 21 long. So basically with the Zen garden, the first thing you're going to want to do is outline it. And I'm going to outline it with stone brick. And basically, these torches represent the corners of the outline that I want. So you have to figure out what size Zen garden you want, figure out what block you want to outline it with, and then go for it. I found that stone bricks, cobblestone, and gravel all look very nice. And if you want to give the Zen garden sort of an older appearance, an aged appearance, you could even mix up the stone brick with the cracked stone brick and cobblestone, maybe some smooth stone, even mossy cobblestone, and get some really good results that way. But this isn't going to be an aged Zen garden. It's going to be a normal one. So we have our outline now. Next thing we're going to do is take our sand. We're going to make another outline with the sand on the inside of our main outline. Zen garden, also called, rock garden or sand garden, generally comprises of mostly sand. So that's what we're going to be using. We're also going to be using sandstone to do things we can't do with sand because we need to use stairs, and we want to try to get a striped effect. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to add a spiral. I find that the spirals, there's not a whole lot you can do in Minecraft to really get a nice looking Zen garden, but spirals seem to be a very good start at getting a very nice Zen garden. So I'm going to count out maybe 7 blocks, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and I'm going to start my spiral halfway here. Maybe, actually, let's go right here, so I'm going to start it. And to do this, I'm going to take my sandstone stairs. I'm going to place them down like this. I'm going to run over here to the sand. And I'm going to turn. And I'm going to come over here to this sand. And I'm going to turn again. And this time I'm going to turn. Let's see. Actually, let me take this spiral out. Let's start it right from the edge. Yeah, we want a nice big spiral. This is going to give us a big one going right to the edge like that. Now we're going to stop before we hit the edge. And we're going to turn like so, and we're going to stop 1 block before, and we're going to turn, stop, leave 1 block, turn. Very simple. And we have a spiral. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add our stripes into the Zen garden. So we're going to grab our sand, and every other row, it'll be easier to see from over here, starting from this one. So we skip this one, sand. Skip this one, sand, skip this one, sand. And we're going to take these rows of sand all the way down. And then when we get to the spiral, we're going to leave the stair, kind of skip over it like this. And we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to skip over our stairs and connect our line of sand. We're going to do that one more time over here. Whoops. There we go. Like so. And now for the remaining grass, we're going to fill that in with sandstone. And this is going to give a very subtle striped appearance to the Zen garden. Unfortunately, we can't get really nice stripes like you'd see in an actual Zen garden. I've tried, trust me. I even tried using these stairs to make stripes. It's just very difficult to do on a small scale like this. If you're doing a gigantic, 300 by 300 Zen garden, I'm sure you could get very nice stripes using the stairs. But we're not making one that big. So we get subtle stripes, but they look good nonetheless. So there's our last row. And now if we come up here, you can see the stripes. very subtle, but they look very nice, I think. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab some stone, because Zen gardens, they generally have rocks or boulders of some sort. Usually, the Zen garden represents an ocean, the stripes represent the waves, and the rocks represent islands, usually the islands of Japan. But here it's just for decoration. So what we're going to do is make a random stone shape. This can be totally random. I like to start off at maybe like 3 blocks tall and then kind of carve away at it where I want to. So like I want to carve away these blocks here. I'm going to add another one there, carve that out, and maybe add something there. So you can see you just gotta kind of wing it here a little. Figure out where you want your blocks to be. One more there. All right, I kind of like that. So there's our big boulder. Now you could do multiple big boulders, or you could do smaller ones, like just having something like that. And we could even do something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. There we go. We've got my rocks in place here. And now to highlight the boulders, this is, again, you know, all this is optional, just tips on making your own Zen garden. But I'm going to use grass to replace the sand and the sandstone, to give this boulder sort of an aged appearance, I guess. Not really aged so much as just kind of contrast against the rest of the Zen garden, by making it appear to have a little bit of life around it. See how that turns out. We could take some mossy stone and replace, whoops, don't want to do that, a couple blocks here and there, wherever. There we go. And then some vines. My mouse isn't cooperating with me today. Oh my gosh. All right, some vines. And we can put those around. All right. So then I'm going to leave these two like they are. This is going to be sort of like the main boulder, I guess. So there we go. All right. And if you want, you can also take some dead bushes, because you can plant these on sand, and you can you know, throw these in occasionally somewhere if you wanted some sort of like plant life in your Zen garden that still kind of, you know, fits the theme. Or you can add more life to it, you know, by planting like these leaves, for example, make little bushes or something. But I'm not going to do that with this one. In fact, I'm not going to have these plants either. I'm going to stick with a simpler look. But that is definitely something you can do. And you can also make little areas of water. Now, Zen gardens are generally dry gardens. You generally don't have water. But if you wanted water, you could totally do that. You could even put it, like, for example, in the spiral here. You could have water going around your spiral. Could look pretty cool. But again, I'm not gonna do that with mine. There we go. All right, so that's basically it. It's actually pretty easy to do. So this is an overhead view of our Zen garden, and this is good yard filler, especially if you've got an Asian or Japanese or whatever themed build, pagoda, castle, or even just a small house, and you have a big backyard that you want to fill with something nice, or a courtyard. Like this would be a courtyard you might see in a in front of a Japanese castle or pagoda. But yeah, so I hope you guys like that. If you did, please click that like button. And if you have any questions, comments, or even suggestions for future gardens, leave those in the comments section below. I could use all the ideas I can get. And you know, if I like the idea, I'll definitely go ahead and do it. But yeah, so this is the Black Belt Panda, and I will see you in the next video.